that is the famous excerpt, the Gershwin Rhapsody in Blue opening cadenza. That is clarinetist. We have a lot of fun playing. We might see it in audition settings or bands, and it's a really great excerpt for everyone to learn. So I'm going to kind of go over a tutorial about how to play some of the elements that people often ask me about. So we're going to go over how to do that opening gliss in the beginning and then some other elements. So let's talk about how to do a gliss on clarinet. So there's a couple options that we have for this opening. So we start with the trill, just on G, going from G to A. Now we have this next 17 notes in order to do a glissando. So there's a couple options. We can start the gliss simply from the G, or what I like to do is go down a half step to an F sharp to give me a little bit more room to start the gliss from. So after that first trill, going down to an F sharp. And you hear that on a lot of recordings, people doing both versions. So how do we do a glissando on clarinet? So it's going to be a combination of finger and jaw movement. So getting the embouchure nice and loose here, and also getting some finger flexibility and coordination down here. So we're not going to be glissing the whole thing from the bottom. We're going to find a nice starting point. Usually I like to pick about maybe the B kind of halfway through to begin my gliss. So what I want us to do is let's just pick that note, the B, and we're just going to kind of work chromatically from there. So we're just going to play a chromatic scale from the B. We're not going to do anything with our jaw yet, but I just want us to play that chromatic scale from the B, going all the way up to that half note C. It's nice to play it down too to get the finger coordination going both directions. So try playing that slow, then speeding it up. So once you're ready, we're going to add in some jaw movement with it. So the first thing we're going to do is practice getting the glissando movement, a looser jaw movement here in clarinet. So we're going to be dropping our jaw to get a lower pitch, which is something that a lot of classical clarinetists don't enjoy doing. We do this a lot on jazz clarinet. So let's take a pretty easy note. Let's take open G on the clarinet. And what I want you to do, and I'll turn to the side so you can see me, I'm going to be dropping my jaw slightly, so kind of opening it, letting go of the mouthpiece a little bit to see if I can bend the pitch lower. I'm trying to get about down to an F sharp. Now this might be really hard at first if you haven't ever done a glissando before on clarinet. So it might take a couple tries. Don't spend too much time on it. You can come back to it the next day of your practice, but basically we're trying to get this to loosen here because this is going to help us for our gliss later on. So what I'm going to be doing is as I'm moving my fingers chromatically, and I'm going to be kind of moving my fingers slow. So I don't want to be taking them immediately off the keys. I'm kind of waving them off the keys. Kind of like that. So what I'm going to be doing is now I'm going to be adding the jaw movement in with the finger motion I did. I'm going to be doing it slow motion and seeing if I can, as soon as I get to that B or the C, I'm going to be starting to drop my jaw so that things are going to be sounding a half step lower and we get that nice bend or glissando quality. So let me try that again from the, I'm just going to start at the B here. And especially when I do this last movement from the B to the C. So I'm pretty much a half step below every note, which is creating that really nice gliss quality. It's gonna sound terrible, really slow like that. Let me demonstrate that one more time. And let me move a little bit farther back so you can see my fingers. So like that. Again, where I'm dropping my jaw as I'm getting those fingers on it. So by the time I get to the B or the C, I'm really a half step below where the note is, which allows me to create that nice gliss. So let me put it all together in the context with the trill. Now I have to do this again. The trill and then the gliss. And, you know, the other thing is You don't want to have any tension up here. So if you're freaking out about playing glissando, it's not going to work. So you need to try to be as relaxed as possible. Okay, so here's the opening again. So that is how you do a gliss on clarinet. Let's talk about some of the other items in here that I like to do. Again, I feel like this excerpt is very much personal style. We definitely want to be adding vibrato. We definitely want to be aware of other Gershwin works that are, he incorporated a lot of jazz influences into his classical concert works. So I would advise checking out some jazz clarinet players as well to kind of get some of their style. So let's look at the next part that I like to kind of stylize is where we have the open G. I like to do a little bit of a bend. Again, I'm kind of doing a little bit of a scoop. So I'm adding the F sharp here before the open G with my first finger, and I'm kind of doing a bend or scoop up into it. So you can practice it just doing, it sounds like Jaws, just doing F sharp to G, and then adding that bend. So I'm starting the pitch below the F sharp and kind of moving my finger off slowly. And that's something that you can practice with the gliss as well, getting your fingers to kind of slide off the keys gradually. So putting that together, let me play the measure before. Again, you don't have to add that in. It's not in the music, but a lot of people do add that in, and I just think that that sounds cooler that way. For the trills, the A to the B flats, I'm doing it on the right side key here. And then, depending on how I feel on those whole notes, the C and then the F, I'm doing a little scoop up to them as well. For the F, I didn't necessarily have to add in a fingering. I just actually scooped it with my jaw. For that F, I like to do the long F fingering there. That creates a nice in-tune F for me on my clarinet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this C sharp pinky key here. And I add in a little trill before that high C as well. And then I add in some vibrato because we have this very long F. So vibrato, if you're not sure how to do vibrato on clarinet, we have it a lot in different jazz playing. So basically, again, it's a little bit similar to the gliss. We're not going this extreme, but our embouchure is moving. It's almost like we're chewing on the reed, thinking like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I'm adding some vibrato. You can experiment with putting that with a metronome and getting that gradually faster over time. And then finally we have the last one. I'm doing the, how did I do that trill? I think I did for the F to the G trill. I did it on the left side just because it's a little bit more in tune. So that is Rhapsody in Blue. Let me know how that goes for you. If you'd like to see any more tips, if you'd like a longer clarinet vibrato video, I can definitely do that. And I hope you enjoyed playing this fun excerpt. Bye.